Good morning, fellow Southern Cameroonians. Today na Friday, number 14 day for this month of March 2025. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, sense past king, Lukong. Una welcome for another episode of our daily podcast, a program where they bring una the truth, they bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we work out for this journey to our freedom, to the freedom of the people of the Southern Cameroons. Our mommy, our papa them, at home and abroad, our political prisoners, I bring una all salute from the People's Right Advocative Platform, PRAP. Today, United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, they ran release their report about what really happened for our own Anglophone zone for Southern Cameroons, and this figure then be very important because this one a fact-based, scientific-based poll them way it be reliable for the international community, may they understand exactly what did happen for our territory. Now a reference point for anything where any person they talk internationally. Now the gold standard is, of course, we know say it vary with our own assessment, but these figures them it been a one way the international community go use them like a more reliable source of information for which way they happen. I go get for that very soon. But first, I go want to talk about La Republique, their propagandist Conda Titus. It don't come again with challenge about the information why we put them out for the Cameroon military where they supply weapon them for our Amazonian fighter them across the territory, in particularly in Mezam. With the one the why we don't be involved with them, then why we work with the ADF. I don't put out the proof when I see how the Cameroon military they transfer, in particularly 90% of the bullets them we were Amazonian fighter they use and the commander for the Cameroon military. It get a lot of ramification. According to the Conda titles, they protect the Cameroon military them by not releasing those their element the way they supply those weapons them. Those one are just rubbish, and they protect anyone. They fight for protect our people. They fight for a solution for our people. Them for guarantee their right of self-determination and their identity for preserve them. That is what I'm fighting for. We will come back to that later on. We will address that squarely and we will decide on how to proceed on that particular challenge. But what is more important are the bigger news that are happening around the globe and our effort to secure a negotiated settlement. The first thing I say, the forces them for Bui, they don't attack La Republique du Cameroon. They don't release video of the attack, na talk and do. Action for inside Bui, it don't come, make a play part of the audio, then we hear them.
Asawana, Asabwa, Esimini. We don't already jam them. Today, on the 14th of March 2025. This one a Major General Tokandu from Bui, Ambazonia State Army. We did a live for Mbiame. Now the small harvest this who don't bring them for Mbiame. We have see the big one with the two magazine then.
So now the video that where they talk and do the run release and for outside. Number one thing I want for comment me what people they understand. Why our soldier then when they carry out this attack, they make the video then present them for the public. Why? Because their intention are for fight for the public. Their intention are for get approval for the public. Their intention are for no make the public then get hope. So which way they do them, it go walk, or say which way they fight for, it work and it go in front. Now also for send a message for La Republique, me they understand say then get that capability for carry out that action and they go carry out similar action in the future. But more importantly, now the message they send for our population. So the reaction of our population it be very critical. I want to inform our soldiers then for Bui where they don't carry out this action against the Cameroon army. For no say the way our population will receive this action then before it don't change. The population they need to see share this video them widely. Number two, the population no believe say any independence go come out of the fighting. because of the bad things the way the other Amazonian fighter they don't do them. It don't make and the test for this fighting for our people that mob it don't sour. Nobody for Amazonia in need to take pride again in such actions them. And the population they don't stand away, they don't distance themselves from these fightings them. Now only few hardliners them, hardcore people, the way those same people them, they don't promote the pain where people that they go through, now they share those images them. And those people then they need to represent the interests of our people. Yes, we don't go carry attack against the Cameroon military, we don't kill them. Wait to be una reason for kill them. We don't want to get independence. We don't want we get independence, all of we for Ambazonia, for Southern Cameroon. Can we get that independence? No. The population is very equivocal about their position of the possibility of having independence through this fighting. Because number one, we don't exhaust all possibility for get diplomatic support for recognize that independence where Siseko be declare. Yes, when they call ourselves now a state army, we will choose all kind by kind name them. Rather than state they get army or a country they get army, it no matter. Na Sako, people them for IG, na their own way for bikini make their own name them. The Sako day too for online. It is struggle for raise money. Akwanga talk say they raise na money for pay it rains. As I don't tell na the logic for this our struggle would not get them upside down. The idea say would they stimulate so that then for begin contribute money they give them the medal, award medal. They focus their primary motivation for attack na for seeker money. It be completely wrong and ill conceived by people then waiting for this struggle now for money. Rape people they fight the war, they feel be effective, they never ever stand they talk about money. What is the most important point? Our soldiers should know that those Cameroon military who don't kill them, will it affect the Cameroon military sending other soldiers in that zone in any way or form? No, it will not. They will recruit new ones and they will send new ones there. And the international impact of that attack will be zero. Because there are ingredients that makes military operations successful. Nevertheless, this type of attack, the show security for the war, will get the capacity for inflict pains on La Republique. They will continue for the suffer casualties as a result of such actions by extremists or hardcore groups that do not want to listen to any reasoning. These are groups that are captured. They are in bondage of our ideology and our propaganda that we say that the Siseko Declaration of Independence means that we are already independent. We are operating as an independent state. Some of those propaganda will take time for us to reverse it. No matter the less, there are always consequences of war. This war was triggered by Cameroon, not by us. So we have sympathy to these our boys who are doing everything with a good intention. Nevertheless, we must point out that good intention does not mean right action or wisdom. You must match the two. And this shows the need for a negotiated settlement because our people largely believe a solution imposed by the central government of Cameroon will not make the cut. So without much ado, we will go for the report for OCHA. That means that the United Nations, their office for Cameroon, I will go for their report where they release them now this March today, 14, where they release the report. I go read and make una hear the specific detail then where they talk them. Then put general information. The general information then talks to people the way they need help. You get 1.8 million people the way they need help. The people the way they try for help them. Now 991,000 people the way they try for assist them. Then the IDPs, you get 583,112 IDPs. Them. Returnees, that means former IDPs or refugee the way they don't come back. You get 459,600 of them. You get current registered and active refugees in Nigeria. 76,352. That one at the UNHCR, the number where they don't give for this report. Then talk say the humanitarian situation for Northwest and Southwest for the report as they call them, it be largely affected by the violence and insecurity due to this ongoing Amazonian issue. The report write the main thing the way it cause this humanitarian issue. Number one, and it be important we wanna know saying that the humanitarian crisis declaration where they be making for United Nations for 2018 where they give them this work where they need for they do this report them. So now wait because this cause this current humanitarian crisis now according to this report. Number one, illegal taxation. That means A of C. Their so-called liberation tax now number one issue where they cause the humanitarian crisis. Number two, restriction of movements. That means people they no fit work freely. They don't block them. They will not know the restriction. Whether in Cameroon they checkpoint them, but they need to stop people them for go. on our Ambazonian checkpoint them or they not specify them. Then talk illegal checkpoints. That means the one are specifically the one where Amber Boy they do them. Kidnapping for ransom. That means kidnapping them for ransom. Targeted killing. Do one where they go kill people, say they never pay tax and the rest. Or one way they hire people, they meet and go kill them. Burning of houses. And difficult access to basic services, especially in more remote area, continue to impact the civilian population. So this one are the general population we didn't talk about. Then specifically talk about Momo. They say in Momo, some children have been compelled to stay out of school due to directive mandating uniform. That means picking them for Momo them, they don't stop for go school because the Cameroon government it don't can force picking them must wear uniform. As soon as I know say in solidarity for those who they fight for this war and as a sign for this conflict, we don't talk me no school, impose uniform for picking them. Make it be a sign say struggle to go on and the struggle need to be solved. They also talk about for January, they say January this year, 3,050 people them, they will be displaced from village them for inside Akwaya, for inside Manude, because of the violence will be happen about this communal violence for land dispute will happen with the population for day. So Nigeria, they registered those 3,500 people them for inside Nigeria. They registered them for day like new refugee them. When I imagine say like New alone kill around 3,500 people them. So that is a very big movement of our people them for inside Akwaya. And then talk say Akwaya remain now one of the most difficult place them for enter for do any humanitarian work because of poor transportation infrastructure. And the primary point for enter for inside Akwaya na either through Menchum, where then for this side for Bamenda, or na through Nigeria, it be easy for go for Akwaya. And now one of the problem then that will be inquire and we get them from talking to our refugee them and Akwaya infrastructure be the primary plan for our economic plan for come back for resolve the problem, for get international support for be able for construct road, hospitals and other facilities for inside Akwaya and for link Akwaya with the rest of Southern Cameroon, a big part of the peace plan paper as well. The report also talks for the 22nd for January. Something happened for Bisoro village for inside Meme, where plenty houses will be burnt. Over 37 households, where a total of 150 people they will stay for those houses, they will be forced for run and go stay for inside Kumba. Then talk about their protection monitoring system. It report 151 protection incident them, where majority of them na adoption for ransom. That means the people then kidnap people for ransom and also cases of destruction of properties. If I'm going to hear the report, so when the international UN they go to hear the report, una feel say they go to blame na wait is a problem na La Republic na Ambazonia. They also talk say their partners them they don't talk for over 14,000 people them, including 4,100 women them, about protection services them. So child protection services they don't intervene for case we include 8,375 people them for inside our territory. So now imagine that people then this way they don't become victims them. Household the way they don't become victims directly and indirectly for people the house where they don't born them, people where they don't kidnap them, and all those things the way they happen, where they don't deny access for go for hospital, where they don't be forced for go meet them for place where they. So any normal man when you read this report, what will you come to the conclusion that who is the problem here right now to our people them? Who is the main problem? So humanitarian assistance situation, they talk about their responses them for education. They talk to their partner them, international NGO them. They don't provide educational service for over 27,000 people them, including 25,000 children them for inside our territory directly. The main activities carried out are including provision of radio education programs, digital education, and many other things. They may come for health. They talk about the NGO they provide medicine and other things then for women and all those things. It come for food security. Then talk say over for 17,000 people them where they be vulnerable, including 9,000 women them. They don't receive food them from Meme, Fako, Ndian, Ndonga, Mantung, Menchum, Mezam, Momo, and these are the people that they don't name them. Then give the things that they don't supply them for ground. For nutrition, also the partners that don't provide things for picking, etc., etc., etc. So my fellow country people, concerning shelter and non-food, they also talk about that one, water, sanitation, and a general thing with the UN, they always do one. We work now within an international space with the hope say independent issue for the international community. These are the report where the international community could get them for our problem. I want me to reflect on and make people that know say the problems are real. These are not just figures, these are real human beings who are going through torture, who are going through kidnapping, who are going through trauma, whose property have been destroyed just this year, 2025 alone. It is a big issue that we must take seriously and take our responsibility in this struggle extremely seriously. Tonight, we will get another follow-up presentation. We will be done promise some with a video presentation. Hope to see you guys there. Capo Daniel looking out for you, signing off.